Bubble Busters!
Hi, my name is Haley. I just gave birth to my son yesterday. I've been living with my parents for the past few months, and my husband was supposed to come see me when I gave birth. It had passed the time he was supposed to be here, but neither he had shown up nor replied to my messages. My mother was with me at the hospital, but she left in advance to give us space. So I waited for my husband in the hospital room alone. My husband never showed up. Someone else came.
Good morning. Oh, you look well. I was worried that you'd be exhausted.
Mother-in-law,
What do you mean? I know you were expecting Kyle, but he's not coming.
what? Why? I texted him yesterday and he said he'd be here on time. Did something happen to him?
No, nothing happened. Don't worry, all right? Well, actually, something did happen. You see, you took maternity leave and moved back with your parents before your due date. You lived a lazy and carefree life at home before giving birth to your son.
I wasn't lazy. My doctor told me that I needed to rest. What's so funny? Could you stop smirking like that?
Aha, that cocky attitude of yours. Let's see how long that will last. I have good news and bad news, Hillary. Which would you like to hear first?
What a cliched opening. Fine. I'll hear the bad news first.
Final answer?
Sheesh, could you just give me the news?
Okay. While you were relaxing at your parents' home waiting for the baby to come, Kyle met someone and started a relationship with her. So, can you please divorce him? Anger level 30%.
Are you kidding? He had an affair while I was having a baby? How could he do that? Wait, where is Kyle? Why didn't he come here and tell me himself? Also, why are you so happy about him having an affair?
Well, guess what? He's dating the only daughter of Trubus Hotel's president. Her name is Sheila.
Trubus Hotel? That famous luxury hotel?
Sheila and Kyle used to be childhood friends. They were really close. I wanted Kyle to marry Sheila, but Sheila's parents made her marry someone else. I was so sad when Sheila got married.
Huh? Are you saying the daughter of Trubus's hotel president is also married and having an affair? What is wrong with both of them?
No, Sheila is a good girl, okay? She got divorced 6 months ago and has been living with her parents since then.
Oh, I see. It was about the same time I moved back with my parents. So she went back home, reconnected with her childhood sweetheart, and got together with him?
That's right. Isn't that so romantic? You see, our family has a long-established custom suit store, and Kyle is going through training to take over the business. When the time comes that he's ready to take over the store, we can move our store next to Sheila's father's hotel and merge our businesses. Both of our families have long-established businesses. Kyle and Sheila are a perfect match for each other.
Anger level 60%. I see. But have you forgotten about one thing?
What is it?
Kyle and I are still married. He had an affair during my pregnancy, and he doesn't even have the guts to tell me he wants a divorce. What is he willing to do to get a divorce? Remember, I'm not the type who does everything he wants.
So, here comes the good news.
You're disowning him and sending him to the middle of nowhere?
No, of course not. We'll pay you $50,000 as compensation. Also, you get to keep the land we gave you and Kyle to build your house on. So, divorce my son now.
Are you sure?
What?
Yay, I'm finally free. Thank you for everything, mother-in-law. I'll never forget how you bullied me for the past few years.
Why are you so happy? Your husband cheated on you and asked you for a divorce.
Because the marriage felt like a fraud to begin with. We met at work, started dating, and then we got married. After marriage, Kyle said, I need to quit my job so I can get ready to take over my family business. Then he said he needed to move back home. When I told him if I couldn't move with him because my commute time would be 3 hours each way, he said,
What? Are you still going to work? Quit your job and learn to take care of the business from my mother.
What was he thinking? I have no interest in working at a suit store.
And we don't need a daughter-in-law who can't help with our business. Do you know how much I regretted letting my son marry you?
That's not my concern. If you want your daughter-in-law to help with your family business, you should have said something before we married. Even Kyle said to me,
It's up to you if you want to keep working after we get married.
He was just saying what you wanted to hear. We're a family with traditions, so we need someone beautiful, well-educated, and has a good job to be Kyle's wife.
A woman like that also won't quit her job just because he wants her to, okay? Forget it. It's pointless talking about this now. I'll divorce him immediately after I get the land and the money. Oh, and also the divorce agreement. You're as impudent as ever. Good that you at least agreed to the divorce. Also, my son will get full custody of the baby. The only contribution you've ever made for our family is giving birth to the baby. Anger level, 90%. Huh? I'm not gonna let that happen. Isn't Kyle getting remarried soon? Can't they have a baby? I have to make sure. What if Sheila can't give birth? She didn't have a child from her previous marriage. I'll give your child back once Kyle and Sheila have a baby. No, there is no way you're taking my son from me. I can't trust a man who doesn't even bother to come and see his child. I'll see you in court if you try to claim full custody of my child. No matter how much money you offer me, I'll never give you my son. After that, Kyle and I spent a long time fighting in court over our son's custody. Just kidding, that didn't happen. After my mother-in-law left, I talked to Kyle and found out that he was never interested in taking the child's custody. So I got full custody of my son before my mother-in-law could find out about our decisions. Of course, she was furious when she found out about it later. But there was nothing she could do. Not only I got full custody of my son, but I also received the $50,000 compensation. Now I'm living with my parents and raising my son with my mother's help. I'm very happy with my life after the divorce. However, there's more to the story. A month after the divorce, Kyle started messaging me. I kept his number just in case, but I probably should have blocked him right after the divorce. He said in the message,
I only realized my feelings for you after I lost you. I still love you, Hillary. Please, let's start over.
I replied, no way, and turned the notifications off. Later that night, I looked at my phone and found more messages from Kyle. Well, 50 messages to be exact. Anger level, 100%. What's the point of contacting me now? What is he thinking? Time to trouble bust him.
Why don't you reply to Kyle's messages? What's with that attitude? You should apologize to him now. All Kyle wanted was to apologize to you sincerely. I'll also apologize for all the mistakes I made. Can you get back together with him?
Why are you using Kyle's phone to text me? I guess they didn't work out, did they?
How do you know?
I already knew everything when you were busy being happy about their affair. When Kyle and I were still married, he told me his family business going well. Isn't that why you urged him to cheat on me with Sheila? You wanted to save your family business with Sheila's parents' money. Am I right? But you didn't know that Sheila's parents were thinking the same thing. You never expected a luxury hotel would face the same problem as a custom suit store, right? Both families were in financial distress and hoping to seek help from each other. You're so vain, too. You borrowed money to hold VIP parties and kept spending money on advertisements. From the outside, your businesses seemed to be thriving, but in fact, both of your companies were sinking ships. And it's impossible for two sinking ships to help each other.
What? How did you know about this?
Did you know what I do for a living?
Of course, you work at the bank.
Yes. That's how I know that your businesses are not doing so well. Your suit store and Sheila's father's hotel both borrowed money from the bank. I don't have to work in commercial banking to know that. After all, your businesses are well known in the area.
Yes, you guessed it right. I told Kyle to get together with Sheila so her family can help with our financial problems. Ugh, she's so ugly that her ex-husband divorced her. I paid a lot of money to make you leave, and I even gave up my grandchild. I thought I was doing the right thing for the store. How was I supposed to know that Trubus Hotel was struggling too? Ugh, this is so unfair. Kyle was just following my orders. Can you forgive him, Hillary?
Kyle wouldn't listen to you if he cared about the child and me. So I'll never forgive you both. Don't ever contact me again.
Please.
Thank you for helping me and my son get off a sinking ship. Later, it was reported that both businesses declared bankruptcy. I was playing with my son, and I smiled when I saw the news.
Trouble Busters!